Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
Yesterday we made the point that the purpose of the Gospel of John, as stated in John 20, 30, and 31, is that you may believe. Now, the natural outgrowth of that is that we're going to see the glory of God. In the prologue, and remember the prologue is John 1 through 18. We'll talk more about that. It's very important that you get that prologue down. That's the foundation for the study of the Gospel of John. That's the way it's written. But I want you to consider verse number 18, the close of the prologue. Now, it says, "No one has seen God at any time, the only begotten Son who is in the bosom of the Father. He has declared him." Or it is the idea, he has brought out what God the Father is really like. He is the ultimate explanation of God the Father. In John chapter 14, verse number 8 and 9, Philip said to Jesus, "Lord, show us the Father, and it is sufficient for us." And Jesus said to him, "Have I been with you so long, and yet you've not known me, Philip? He who has seen me has seen the Father. So how can you say, 'Show us the Father'?" So as we dig into this study, do you want to know what God's like? Jesus came to earth and became a man. We use the phrase incarnate, with flesh. That's the idea of John chapter 1, verse 14. "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And we beheld His glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father." That glory, I want to hit you with that idea real quick, the significance of that. As we look at Jesus, I mean, really take time to look at Jesus. What happens? Back in Exodus chapter 33, there in verse number 13, Moses is with God on Mount Sinai, and he says, "If I found grace in your eyes, show me now your way, that I may know you and find grace in your sight." And then he goes on in verse 18 and he says, "Please show me your glory." Now, what's he going to see when he sees the glory of God? Listen to verse 19. "Then he said, I will make my goodness pass before you." This is God speaking. "I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show compassion on whom I will show compassion." I want you to get this. When Moses asked to see God's glory, God said, "I'll make all my goodness pass before you." As we study the life of Jesus and we see His goodness, His righteousness, His holiness, we're going to see His glory. And we're going to find out what glory is really all about. And it's going to help us know the Father, and it's going to help us become more like Jesus. Join us back for the study again tomorrow.